Hello Artcadets, welcome to my channel where learning art is fun. I'm Sarah and in today's video I'm going to show you how to draw Max from The Secret Life of Pets using the simple shapes method we looked at in this week's quick tips video. So if you're ready, let's go! So the things you will need to try this out at home are a reference picture, a ruler or straight edge, a pencil and an eraser, as well as something to colour him in when you've done and something to draw on, so you need a piece of paper or your sketchbook. So before we break down this picture of Max into simple shapes, I'm going to draw a simple shape all the way around him, as close to his body as possible, and this is just going to be a rectangle. And like I said on the quick tips video on Tuesday, I do this for two reasons. Firstly, it helps us to have a set defined area to work in, which gives us more control, and secondly, it helps us with proportion and accuracy. There is a third benefit that I'll explain in a bit more detail in a bit, and that is that we can also use the negative space around Max to see other simple shapes, which we can use to help us with our drawing. So once we've created our box shape around Max, we are now ready to break down this drawing into simple shapes. I've started off at the top with drawing ovals for Max's ears. You could also have done triangles or rectangles or whatever you find easiest, but sometimes the simple shapes are the best. Next I'm drawing a rectangle for Max's head, and I know I'm cutting his nose in half, but I'm going to add his nose as a semicircle on the side. I'm then going to follow this semicircle line round across his nose to split the larger rectangle into two. This is going to help me position the eyes later on. Next I draw a line under Max's chin across the whole of the width of our box, because it's here that I thought I'd use the negative space I mentioned to help draw Max's body. So negative space is the space around the outside of your subject, in this case Max. You'll see I've created two triangle shapes, which I'm going to lightly shade in so that you can see what I mean. And we can use these simple triangle shapes to map out our drawing in the same way we used the other shapes we drew on Max's head. Of course you don't have to do it this way, you can carry on breaking down the rest of Max's body as we did for his head, but this is just another way of looking at your reference picture, and if you find it helpful then use it, if you don't, don't. So everyone works and learns in different ways, and what works for one person might not work for another. So if you find it helpful, use it. If you don't, don't. So onto Max's legs, and these have to be the cutest legs I ever seen. So I've drawn two very thin rectangle lines for his legs, and they line up with the rectangle that we drew for his head in the first place. So now we've done the main shapes, we can draw in details like Max's oval nose, eyes and mouth. So notice how his eyes aren't exactly the same, one is rounder and higher up and the other is more oval and slightly lower down, and this will help us recreate the puzzled look on his face in the picture, along with the angle and position of the eyebrows, which really help with that lovely expression on his face too. So now all we have to do is transfer these shapes onto our paper. I'm going to be using my tan colour sketchbook that I've used last week, but any paper that you've got will do. Notice how by drawing the box shape first, we already know where to position the ears, and from that we can work out the positions of everything else quite easily. So I really like this method because it combines the accuracy of the grid method without the time consuming measuring and plotting out, but with the ease of using simple shapes to mark out where everything goes, and it's really quick. Let me know what you think by popping a comment in the box below. Is it the method that you're going to be using again, or is there some other method that you prefer? Let me know. So for his hind legs I've just done 2 little ovals, and his feet or paws are 2 little circles, and the same for his very thin front legs, just 2 little circles at the bottom for his paws. So once we're done marking out our simple shapes, we just need to round off any edges and touch up any areas we want to adjust before rubbing out the guidelines we don't want in our finished drawing. And you'll notice there what I was saying about the eyes, so it does help to have that line that I drew across from the semicircle of his nose, just to help position those in the right place, because they're not even and exactly the same. So now I'm just rubbing out those guidelines, and it's worth saying that if you want to give your finished piece as a gift to someone, then it might be a good idea to lift up some of that graphite pencil, just so that when you do your final colouring in, it's not going to show through. I didn't do that because this isn't something that I'm going to be gifting anybody, but it's something that can make your picture look more polished and just more professional at the end. You can also rub out the box guideline that we drew around the whole of Max, but now we're ready for the colouring in. So I'm going to be using my coloured pencils, and I've tried to pick a couple of different shades for each colour, as well as my white pencil, which I use to blend with. So I'm going to be using the same techniques as I did for colouring in Peter Rabbit last week. So if you haven't seen that video, then you can go and check that out. I'll put a link above. But my main advice for coloured pencils is to keep your pencils really nice and sharp and work in layers. And remember also to make the dark areas dark enough to get a good contrast. But if this is something that you struggle with, then why not mark these dark areas in first? Along with that, make sure the light areas are light enough too, and don't forget, working on something like fur or hair, you need to make sure that your pencil strokes are going in the same direction that the fur or hair is growing in, and also make sure that the length of pencil strokes you use do match up with the length of fur or hair that you're drawing. But also remember that working with coloured pencils isn't the fastest ways to colour something in. So you do need to have patience, and those layers can take some time. Even this colouring in, although it's quite a small picture, still did take me about an hour. But let me know which is your favourite method for colouring in, and if there's some hints and tips or videos that you would like me to do on different media for colouring in, then do drop a comment in the box below. And also, it's important to have fun when you're drawing and do lots of practice as well, but make sure that it's always fun and that you're enjoying yourself. And that's it, he's all complete. That's all for today, Artcadets. I hope you enjoyed drawing Max from The Secret Life of Pets. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week when we have 2 videos, one on Tuesday and Friday, so join me then. Bye!